Oh, another beautiful night and evening here at Petco Park as the Padres get ready for Game 2, entertaining their friends from the north, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers winning the opener last night 4-3 with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. We're pleased you're with us. It is an electric environment right now. It's a playoff type of fever, and the fans have been yelling since they came into the park 2 hours ago. Let's go back to last night. One, I want to make a point about John Garland. What a gutty effort. He gave the Padres a chance to win when it looked as if he didn't have his best stuff, and he did it because he pitched out of 2 bases-loaded jams early.
It could have been disastrous early for the San Diego Padres when there were runners on base, but John Garland, sticking to his strength, what does he have? The 2-seamer. But right here, it's kind of a favor for the Padres. They bunt into the 1-2-4 double play, and then this gets out of the mess, and as soon as that ball was hit, Dick, people were out of their chairs just hooting and hollering, and the double play came through big time. Why? Because he made a quality pitch in a pressure time. That's what these pitchers have been doing lately for the Padres.
And now the 29-year-old San Diego native grew up in Point Loma, loses his brother to a tragic accident up in Santa Barbara a week ago. Kevin Correa was on the bereavement list. He did pitch away from the ballpark to keep his arm in shape. He gets to start tonight. You've been with players before that have gone through a death in the family, some tragedy, and then the first time out. What do you expect from Kevin?
Well, first of all, it's emotionally draining. It's physically draining. Going through all the things you have to do with the family, and then, of course, saying goodbye to a loved one. And closure has to come about in one's life. So tonight could be kind of an escape for Kevin Correa. He's with his teammates who love him dearly. It's a family down in that clubhouse, and it's something that I think he will be emotional. But I think being on the mound, being the pro that he is, it's all about making good pitches against a team that has one heck of an offense. So, kind of puts things in perspective, too. But Kevin Correa, he's a fighter, he's a gamer, and he knows what he's up against tonight.
Well, he's pitched well against the Dodgers here at Petco. He's won 4 games in which he's appeared against the Dodgers.
The one thing you make a good point, Dick, is that the 4 games against the Dodgers, 2 starts in 2009, 2008 with the Giants, 2 starts as well. So this is a Dodger team that really hasn't had a lot of turnaround. So it's pretty much the same type of lineup. And when you look at these numbers, the last 4 starts, a nice perfect record at 2-0. The opponent's hitting around, just under 250 at 244. But the main thing is for Kevin Correa, he has to stick to his strength tonight. Sure, they can hit the ball, but if he's on his A game hitting his spots, I think he should do just fine.
Well, the Padre fans will be cheering for him in full support tonight as he goes against the Dodgers. Let's look at the pitching matchup for tonight. It's the young 22-year-old left-hander Clayton Kershaw. They rave about his stuff, averaging a strikeout an inning or better. He looks for his 3rd win. Better get to him early. The longer that a game goes along, the tougher he becomes. And Kevin Correa seeks his 5th win of the year as he returns after a week away in a very difficult time. And our pitching matchup is brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Correa completing his warm-up tosses. You wonder what is going through that young man's mind, ready to pitch against the Dodgers tonight. Catcher Russell Martin, their leadoff man. Dodgers are hot. They've won 5 in a row, 7 of their last 8. And the first pitch of the game is grounded sharply to second baseman David Eckstein. One pitch, one out. Welcome back, Kevin. Correa, 4-2 with a 3.97 ERA. He has been supported more strongly than any pitcher in the National League this year. Run support, 9.26 runs per game in his behalf. As you can see with the 3.97 ERA, he didn't need all those runs. Let's hope they are as productive tonight. Matt Kemp, the star last night with a 2-run home run over the center field fence, takes a strike called by Bill Miller. And when you look at the replays of Tony Gwynn's effort, draped over the center field fence, and the tight shot of him with the ball, and it was actually in the webbing of his glove, that close to being an out, instead a 2-run homer and the winner.
I like to see that, too. Outfielders trying to go up and over the wall to try to bring something back. He played that one perfectly, just couldn't hang on to it.
It was Kemp's 8th home run of the season. High foul up into the gloom. Coastal cover tonight in downtown. Here it is, as he timed it perfectly, and it was just far enough over the reach that he couldn't bend that arm over.
And you can tell by his reaction, he's telling himself, man, I should have had that ball. Great effort.
The old game of inches applies once more. 1-2 to Kemp. Ground ball, shortstop. Jerry Hairston. 2 away. A couple of ground ball outs from Correa. The lineup is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. And the Dodgers hit Martin Kemp and Manny Ramirez. A late scratch. Andre Ethier is out of the lineup. He took batting practice but injured a finger, so Ramirez moves to third. Loney to the cleanup spot. Garrett Anderson, then, who was not going to start, plays right field. Casey Blake, third base. Blake DeWitt, Jamie Carroll, and the pitcher, Kershaw, the bottom 3 in the order. Ramirez batting, .383 for Joe Torre's Men in Blue. And Correa, 92 miles an hour with a fastball. There's got to be some adrenaline flowing in this pitcher's body tonight.
Yeah, there's no question about it, and he looks free and easy right out of the chute.
Outfield, deep toward right. That slider dipping low and outside. Ramirez, he'll be 38 later this month. A career .313 average, 12 times an All-Star, 548 home runs. A menacing hitter. Strike on the outside edge. Somewhat generous call by Mr. Miller.
Yeah, different strike zone than last night. Remember, Eric Cooper was behind home plate. He was not giving that ball's width off the plate. And from the naked eye, looking at that replay, the ball looks like it's just off the plate a little bit.
With a nice little draw on it. A ball and 2 strikes to Ramirez. Well, you take the leading hitter in the National League, leading home run hitter and RBI man, Ethier, out of the lineup. And the game starts with a break for the Padres. Let's hope that talented Ethier is okay and he'll be healthy as soon as the series is over. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that pleases the Padre crowd, and they've come to cheer tonight. It'll be Hairston, Eckstein, and Gonzalez. Padres coming up. Yeah, throw some heat. Pitchers do that, you know. Corky's throws heat as well. The Termites find out about Corky's totally green heat treatment today. Starting pitcher profile brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers. Clayton Kershaw, 22 years young, from Highland Park, Texas. Just outside of Dallas, 6'3", 217 pounds. His record 2-2, but look at the batting average against only .211. Last year for the season, it was 200, best in the National League. First pitch is a strike to Scott Hairston, batting .234.
He throws a fastball, curve, a slider, and a change, and the walk is a big part of Kershaw as well. He will walk some batters, almost a walk per inning pitched.
Swing and a miss, and there's a change. 0-2, Kershaw, 3.96 ERA. His last outing was his best of this young season. He went 8 innings, gave up only 2 hits to the Colorado Rockies in a 2-0 Dodger win. There's a looper into left field for a base hit. So Scott Hairston gets it started with a knock. Here's the Padres lineup, brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. Hairston followed by David Eckstein. Adrian Gonzalez with a home run last night. Chase Headley cleaned up. Yorvit Torrealba moves up to the number 5 spot in the order. Left fielder Kyle Blanks. Right fielder Oscar Salazar bats 7th. Jerry Hairston at short, and Correa on the mound. Bud Black's team looking to square the series, knowing San Francisco's already won today. So the Giants beat Houston 2-1. Lincecum with another victory for the Giants, who started 2.5 games behind the Padres at the beginning of play today. Eckstein, 3 hits last night. In the dirt, 2-0. Had 3 base hits. Took out the second baseman on a potential double play ball. Scored a run. Raised his average up to 286. Misses again, 3-0. Patiently, Eckstein trying to work his way on with no one out. Former catcher Torrey sending out the signals to his catcher, Russell Martin. Fastball at 93, laid right down the middle, 3-1.
I just noticed something about Clayton Kershaw. When he comes set, his feet are really close together on the rubber, and then his body starts to lean towards home plate a little bit when he's going to make that throw towards home plate. Maybe the runners can pick something up on that and get a head start. See if he leans. Go.
Ball 4. Eckstein joins Scott Hairston, 2-on. No one out here in the bottom of the first. Well, our Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Freeze it as Gonzalez makes contact.
You see how far out in front Adrian is, eyeing that ball. Was middle in, hits the top of the scoreboard on the concrete. Nice freeze shot right there, and it was good to see Adrian swing that shillelagh last night to get on the board.
7th home run of the season. Gave the Padres the early lead, and when they've scored first, they've had great success, but not last night. Nevertheless, over the season, score first, and they're 18-5. A chance here with no one out, 2-on. Fastball on the inside corner. Well, you're a Dodger and a left-hander and great stuff, and your last name starts with K. You can't help but meander back a few years to another great K, Koufax. Swing and a miss through the fastball, right through the swing of Gonzalez.
And Kershaw will get the fastball up to the mid-90s, 95. It's pretty straight on that fastball. Boy, just about belt buckle high, inner third. Good pitch to drive, but Adrian couldn't catch up to it.
Modest shift is on. Shortstop Carroll almost playing at second base. That restricts the lead of Scott Hairston. as they bunch fielders toward that pull side on Gonzalez. Can he pull Kershaw? In the dirt. Russell Martin diving down to smother it and ask for the appeal, but Eric Cooper waves it off.
Remember Guo last night threw Adrian a slider, a nasty slider down and away. That was a slider that Kershaw tried to throw outer half and trying to bury it a little bit. Make him chase with 2 strikes.
Quite a rumble here at Petco tonight. Ground ball right side. Throw to second for 1. Back to first, and can't get the throw off. He dropped the ball, but was in the exchange mode, and so the runner first Eckstein not called safe. So first and third with 1 out. Defense brought to you by Tiger Turf. Tiger up your lawn with Tiger Turf. Visit mytigerturf.com today. Blake, Carroll, DeWitt, Loney around the Dodger infield from third to first with Ramirez in left. Kemp in center. Garrett Anderson plays right field tonight with Ethier scratched from the lineup. Injured finger during batting practice. Kershaw and Martin the battery. Here's switch hitting Chase Headley. A chance to give the Padres the early lead. Takes the breaking ball down low. The Beat LA cry. The chant reverberates around Petco. Boy, these fans came with their lungs tonight. Change up, 2-0.
Also giving away the T-shirts tonight that say Beat LA on the front of it. Everybody going home with a little souvenir tonight.
Hitters count, 2-0. First and third. Weekly tap to second. Good job by Gonzalez to slow down, and the runner is safe at first. Almost got tagged out too soon. Good hustle by Headley, and that gets the Padres the first run of the game. The ball was not hit sharply enough to turn the routine double play 4-6-3. Gonzalez knew it, so he put on the skids and forced the tag, and this then became close at first.
First of all, heads up play by Adrian Gonzalez. Now, secondly, as Chase beats it out, if DeWitt thinks right off the get-go, go to second base for the force out, spins and throws. Will they get him at first base? Who knows? But it works out for San Diego. They score first.
So the leadoff single, Hairston, a walk to Eckstein, a couple of ground balls, moved the runner around, and Hairston home with the 1-0 lead. Yorvit Torrealba batting .304, the catcher. Padres have enjoyed considerable success with Torrealba behind the plate in 15 starts. They're 11-4. And part of the reason is the way he's delivered hits with men in scoring position, raising his average up to .304. Hitting .556 with men in scoring position. That one misses. Padres took the 1-0 lead last night in the opening frame on the home run by Gonzalez. They go the small ball to get the run here in the first tonight.
See him leaning again? Wow. I'm anxious to see Clayton Kershaw make his first move over to first base, because I find it hard to believe if your body commits to where you're going to lean towards home plate, how can you change direction and then throw to first base?
Well, as you pointed out, watch how his feet abnormally together. You don't see that very often.
So you see him lean.
He's got to go to the plate.
Every indication to get a great jump and go.
Once that right shoulder goes toward the plate.
Yeah. And I find it hard that if he does make that initial move, how he can adjust to go to first base. That's why I'm anxious to see him go over to first.
Headley with 9 steals and 9 attempts this year. Kershaw ahead on the count 1-2.
Gosh, to me, just seeing the feet close together, I'm off balance. You know, I usually like shoulder width apart or maybe a little farther apart, even like that, before he gets set.
Yeah. Oh, he picked him off. And the tag. And Headley, for the first time this year, is caught stealing. That's how it's scored officially. But the Padres scratch out a run on one hit. And after one, it's San Diego 1, Los Angeles 0. Card, Padres card and album set for all you kids, presented by Tops Attacks. Get your baseball cards. Watch the Padres and Dodgers tomorrow at 1:05. Get your tickets. Well, there might be a few left, a scattered few.
Sure.
It has already been announced as a sellout. High fly ball hit to deep left field by Loney, to the wall, and Loney will touch them all. Didn't take long for the Dodgers to tie. And the thousands of Dodger fans salute Loney as he makes the grand tour for the fourth time.
Well, we mentioned it yesterday. You can't make mistakes to these Dodger hitters or they'll make you pay. That one wanted to be down and away. It was middle, in and up. And even when you don't have a guy like Ethier in the lineup, it's the other guys that can pick everybody else up.
Yeah, Loney moves into the cleanup spot and took the role seriously, didn't he? One pitch, one swing, one run. This is Garrett Anderson, the veteran, left-handed hitter, starred with the Angels for so many seasons. High school in the San Fernando Valley, Granada Hills. Now 37 with 290 career home runs. That one chopped out in front of the plate, and a quick throw by Torrealba for the easy out. Here's the Padres defensive lineup, brought to you by Tiger Turf, the world's best-selling synthetic turf. Visit mytigerturf.com today. Headley, Jerry Hairston on the left side with Eckstein and Gonzalez. Blanks in left. Scott Hairston, the center fielder, and Oscar Salazar. Get an extra right-handed bat in the lineup, playing in right field. Torrealba behind the plate. Correa on the mound. There's Oscar Salazar looking for his first home run of the season. Put some punch in the Padre attack. First pitch is a cold strike to Casey Blake.
Yes, he did.
Boy, that was He really had some sink on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, absolutely. Good pitch. And, you know, Kevin Correa will be the first one to say, you know what, I need to make an adjustment after that pitch as Casey Blake goes after that pitch.
Blake batting .239, 36-year-old veteran. Yeah, the Dodgers bring in the best hitting team in the National League against the Padres with the best pitching marks in the National League. Last night, the hitters won 4-3. Popped up, and that'll be sailing close to the dugout. Whoops, right down the dugout steps goes Torrealba, and it's into the crowd.
Well, get a little help from your friends, right? The guys in the dugout may be yelling, you got room, or, hey, no play, no play. Now, remember, you cannot go into the dugout to make the catch, and Clayton Richards said, get back out there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Broken bat, looper behind short. Jerry Hairston. 2 away. But just as the Padres, when they score first, as they have tonight, have an excellent record on the earth, so do the Dodgers when they hit a home run. When the Dodgers homer at least one time, they're 16-7. And when they fail to go deep, they're just 2-10. Second baseman DeWitt batting .277. Oh, what a good pitch. A lot of down on that one. 24-year-old from Sykestown, Missouri. That one back off the facing of the second deck. Caroms down to the folks in the box seats behind home plate.
Well, it looks like they've lit up the candles here on this Saturday night. It's a little cloudy downtown. 5:35 starts. And there goes the electric bill.
Coastal cover over the stadium. Ground ball by Correa. Eckstein to Gonzalez. But Loney with a long home run to right has tied it for the Dodgers. It's 1-all. And a great seat for a ball game, one low price. Padres all-you-can-eat seats. Fans have certainly taken advantage for the weekend series here. Enjoy great seats, sections 125 or 127. All-you-can-eat food for only $29. Get your all-you-can-eat seats today at Padres.com, 619-795-5555. There they are, the all-you-can-eat seats down there by the right field foul pole.
Termite-free all-you-can-eat seats, right?
Well, they chased the termites. They were trying to get in on that deal and not even pay the $29. He had to get Corky's after him.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. You know, the food, you get the cones, the hot dog, the sodas, peanuts. Torrealba was at the plate when Headley was picked off first. We want to take another look at that as to how with that motion leaning toward the plate that Kershaw could get it over to first base without balking. Fouled out of play. 1-2.
That's what's great about watching TV or going to a ball game and picking up little idiosyncrasies of pitchers, catchers, hitters, whatever the case is. You learn something new every day.
Torrealba hooks one down the line. Fair ball into the corner. Manny Ramirez trying to dig it out as Torrealba hustling around second and puts on the brakes as Ramirez finally digs it out of the corner. Torrealba continues some outstanding hitting for the Padres.
Oh, the old leg kick. Staying back on that ball nicely. It was a 1-2 count. And Torrealba, who does not have blazing speed, Manny Ramirez, who does not have blazing speed, cruises into second base for a leadoff double.
But Torrealba was hustling, hoping Ramirez would bobble it there because Manny kind of casually went after the play in the corner. So a chance to regain the lead here. No one out. Leadoff double. Kyle Blanks. Broken bat. And that'll go right into the dugout of the Padres. Conversation about Kyle Blanks and Will Venable and how patient the Padres can be with them. Is there anyone down on the farm? No is the answer. That Bud Black and the Padres feel could take their place and give a major league team a chance to win. And he feels that Blanks the last couple of games has been more committed to taking good swings. There's a strike at the knees, 0-2, 96 on that fastball.
We talked to Randy Reddy around the batting cage before the game, and he said it's all, this whole game is about making adjustments. Teams will look at at-bats, 10 to 15 at-bats before you play them. They'll find the hitter's weaknesses, and it's up to the hitter to make those adjustments. Lay off a pitch or try to crush a certain pitch.
Inside, riding that cutter under the hands, 1-2. There's Randy Reddy, the hitting coach for the Padres. Many feel will be managing a big league club very soon. Has interviewed. Another broken bat. Look at the barrel of that one all the way to the left field grass. Goodness. Maple syrup stock is going up again.
Can you hear it? The numbers are just going through the roof.
We probably shouldn't talk about that. That was our own investment. But
everybody's in on it now.
The bad news. I got some bad news. There's sweet maples, sugar maples, where they make the syrup. Then there's hard maples. I think we better check our investment.
Get on the horn right now.
But Blanks alone has taken out a forest, and we're only in the middle of May.
I think he's broken 2 bats already. This at bat, they got to go back into the clubhouse and go to the supply room. Maybe Spencer Dolan or Brian Perlman. If Brian Perlman can get off that darn computer for about 5 minutes to get Kyle Blanks a bat.
Call Vermont. Well, here's the pitch, and let's listen to what was heard on the field. It had that hollow sound, didn't it? Not the sweet, crushing sound that we heard when Loney hit that ball over the right center field wall. 1-1 the score, bottom of the second. Torrealba with the leadoff double. 1-2 coming up to Kyle Blanks. Lays off the slider. Blanks among the leaders in the National League striking out with 42. Just needs to get more balls in play with his strength. Doesn't need to hit home runs. Just send some out on the grass. Goes around. Check swing. Couldn't stop it. First strikeout for Kershaw.
Breaking balls down and in, broken bats, and then the four-seam fastball up and in. Boy, that looks so good out of the hand, especially to a power hitter like Kyle Blanks. I mean, he loves the fastball. They all love the fastball, right? But when it gets up on him, it's above the letters, and before that, he's already committed. He cannot hold back.
So Oscar Salazar, hitting 190, steps in. High and away. See, that's such a tough at bat for Blanks. Not only does he strike out, he doesn't put it in play where you might move Torrealba to third and get a run on an out. Slow curveball bends over the inside corner.
That is a yacker. He's throwing pitches from 72, like this curveball, 12-6, to the 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer.
Boy, when you see the action that a player like Kershaw at 22 can put on a pitch ball. Swing and a miss. Fastball fired at 95.
He's a live one.
And to have command of his pitches. Not always, and that's why his record in his brief career is 15-15, that he hurts himself with wildness. But you know he's just going to be a superstar, this kid. In the dirt, almost thrown through catcher Russell Martin. He was able to block it. 2-2. Had a good looking uniform.
Yes, it is. I love the clean strip. White home look.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost hit him. Full count. Kershaw, there was no secret about his talent in high school. He was a first-round pick. It was a matter of who would get him, and the Dodgers, fortunate with the 7th overall pick, he was still there. They grabbed him quickly. That was 4 years ago. 3-2. Swing and a miss. The changeup got him. Boy, he showed Salazar everything in his repertoire. Fastball, slider, curve. Oh, look at that one.
And when you're ahead like that for Kershaw, you take a look inside the glove there in the grip and watch the action on that pitch.
Curveball. Bottom fell out of it.
Absolutely. That was a good pitch. It's tough to lay off that pitch.
On 3-2, that would have been ball 4, but as you say, you're geared up there for that 95-mile-an-hour fastball, which sets up everything else.
Yep.
Here's Jerry Hairston, 2 out, and Torrealba still a forgotten man out there at second base. Another curveball, his 35th toss. Kershaw. But as the Dodgers came to town, the word was get into the bullpen. That's where you can have some fun, but not last night. 5 innings of pitching, 5 different relievers for Joe Torre, and they allowed no runs and 2 hits to save the 4-3 win. Fastball high.
Don't you love that sound of the ball popping in that glove at 94, 95? I love that.
I guess as a pitcher you would.
Sounds of the game.
Hairston now with the count in his favor, 2-0. A strike. High outside corner.
Oh, back-to-back fastballs from Kershaw.
Torrealba with just average speed leads off second, but with 2 outs, he's going on anything. Strike 2.
You see the ball pretty much middle of the plate, but Martin was set up well inside. But Jerry Hairston can't see where the catcher's setting up. He can just see the flight of the pitch.
Two and 2.
He's thrown 5 straight fastballs too. Jerry Hairston. See, this is the situation where he'll make you swing at a ball. Like a hard slider, maybe down and in.
Strike 3 called, and Kershaw, after giving up the leadoff double to Torrealba, strikes out blanks Salazar and Hairston. We go to the third. Dodgers, Padres, 1-all. Help send your favorite Padres to the game in Anaheim. Cast your ballot. Visit Padres.com. Your ballot's there for the 2010 All-Stars. Vote early and you can vote often. Vote today at Padres.com.
Is that a beautiful sight right there or what? We are so lucky.
Oh, somebody's got to live here. That's what I tell everyone.
That's
great. You live in San Diego? You live in La Jolla? I said, yeah, somebody has to live there. Kevin Correa. 1-1 goes to the third. Jamie Carroll takes a strike. As we documented, Correa from the Grossmont area, but also Point Loma, where there's a large contingent of Portuguese. And his grandfather and parentage involved in tuna fishing back in the day at Point Loma. And they're celebrating the Portuguese Feast of the Holy Spirit starting tomorrow for a whole week out on Point Loma. 2-1. They're going to have fireworks tomorrow, and then at the end of the week they'll have a parade to the St. Agnes Church in Point Loma. And sadly, that was the site of the memorial service of Kevin's late brother on Thursday. 2-2. Lined over Jerry Hairston's leaping attempt. And Carroll has a leadoff hit here in the third for the Dodgers. Their second hit. Brings up the pitcher Clayton Kershaw, who is hitless in 10 at-bats this year.
Saw Kevin Correa looking back to David Eckstein and Jerry Hairston Jr., who he has on the comebacker or the bunt. If it's a sharp bunt towards the pitcher, he can go to second base for the force.
Headley creeps in. The bunt is foul. Yeah, just 2 years ago, and he looks young, doesn't he? At age 20, he was the youngest player in the major leagues as a regular. What a future. Ball is outside, 1-1.
He's using a black bat. He's wearing black batting gloves and trying to see if he was wrapping his fingers around the barrel of the bat down near the label. Sometimes guys will do that, and the ideal thing to do is to pinch the bat from behind so your fingers are not exposed around the bat. You get a running fastball inside. Yeah, his fingers are kind of exposed.
Pretty good bunt. Headley has to go to Eckstein for the out, and the runner moves up on the sacrifice. 5-4 on the putout. To the top of the order we go, and we remind you to support our military veterans. Fans, leave no one behind. Visit Veterans Village of San Diego online at vvsd.net. Well, today is National Armed Forces Day around the United States of America, and of course it'll be Military Day as always on Sunday tomorrow. Look forward to entertaining our men and women in uniform. Always a great scene, and it'll be another sellout. Hope you have your tickets. Russell Martin grounded to second. Takes a strike. Tickets are available Monday and Tuesday night with the Giants coming to town. Clayton Richard and Matt Cain go Monday night at 7:05. And then those of you that followed Matt Lato's near perfect game, well, he'll go at it against that talented Jonathan Sanchez on Tuesday night. Out of play.
Did you see the end of that Houston game as we take a look at Matt Latos on the bench? 2-1 winners, the Giants. Houston had bases loaded, 2 outs. Kaz Matsui fouled off about 8 pitches before he flew out to left field to end the game. They had a chance to tie it or take the lead.
So the Giants have won the first 2 games of that series with the Astros. 1 out. Martin up. Tiebreaker at second base. Carroll with a single and the sacrifice Kershaw. Correa ahead on the count, 0-2. Well, the Padres are hoping to get a lot of runs again for Correa, that quite naturally, but especially 4 runs or more. He's 20-0 when he has at least 4 runs of offensive backing. Way outside with another breaking ball, 2-2.
You see Yorvi Torrealba before that last pitch. It was the old double setup. He set up inside and then jumped across the plate to set up outside, so the runner at second base couldn't give away location, if in fact they're trying to give away location. So he's kind of inside and going back out.
Strike 3 called. Martin caught looking. That looked like a good pitch, didn't it? I wonder what Martin saw. First strikeout second strikeout for Correa.
Well, kind of tough to tell. It's a breaking ball, and does Yorvik bring it back in? Well, Bill Miller does have the final say, right?
And Martin, of course, may just be saying, well, I hope you give my pitcher that same pitch when I come out here with the mask on. So 2 out, runner at second. And Matt Kemp takes a strike. Grounded to short his first time up. Look at that. 35 at-bats, has 4 home runs with runners in scoring position, including one last night that won the game. Trying to get out of the way, fouls that one back into the crowd. Wasn't that close, but he couldn't stop a swing. Well, here's what he did last night in the 7th inning of Luke Gregerson. He thought it was gone at that moment, but he almost was out as Tony Gwynn thought he had it, just off the webbing of his glove in straightaway center field, and that was the game difference.
I don't think Tony could have timed that any better, and I think that's why he was so frustrated, because he gave it a great effort, timed it perfectly.
It's all his parents' fault. If he'd been 2 inches taller, that's an out. Who is his dad? Anyway, I'm going to talk to him.
I think he's in the Hall of Fame.
Pulled to the left side to Headley. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, a man left. Middle of the third here at Petco Park. Padres and Dodgers, one aside. The Dodgers. And by Irving Hughes, life is a lease. Negotiate well. Boy, look at the park in the park there. Wall-to-wall people out there tonight. And the same inside. We had 42,000 plus last evening. And another sellout at Petco tonight. And fans enjoying the lawn. If they can find a spot of grass out there, they enjoy the game.
Well, you talk about an electric atmosphere tonight. When they get those cheers going, it's almost like a college football game. Love that.
Correa, 2 for 11 as a hitter. 1-1. Lifetime with 19 hits and 150 at-bats and 6 RBIs. 2 of those this year. Two and two, and Kershaw, his pitch count up to 44 here, and no one out yet in the third inning.
Now, I wish I started at the beginning of the ball game how many balls that the Padre hitters would swing at, because the walks can hurt Kershaw.
Strike 3 call. Correa thought it might be inside. Not so, says Bill Miller, and that's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Kershaw. After a double by Torrealba to lead off the last inning, Blanks and Salazar went down swinging. Hairston took a third strike, and now Correa called out leading off the third.
And this is a veteran move by Jerry Hairston Jr., taking his sweet old time, getting into the box as Kevin Correa goes back. And Scott Hairston, still getting my Hairstons mixed up.
It's easy. I'm still, when you see them separate, just without a number on their back, they're tough to read. They look like twins. Foul back. It was his soft single to left field in the first inning, Scott Hairston, that set him up. Eckstein walked with no one out. Gonzalez ground ball moved Hairston to third. Eckstein wiped out on a 3-6 fielder's choice, and then another fielder's choice. Chase Headley got the run home. Loney answered in the second for the Dodgers, and it's 1-1.
We've seen a lot of disgruntled looks from the hitters this evening. Pitches up and away, pitches down and in. What's that tell you? Swing the bat. You've got to be aggressive up there. Look at this pitch. I like this pitch personally. Might be a little low.
Almost a broken bat, has a twister to the second baseman, and Blake able to, or rather DeWitt able to take care of it. So 2 outs to Eckstein.
You know, when the umpire has a big zone, he'll give you a ball away or 2 or in or down or whatever. That means hitters have to be aggressive, right? So that means as a pitcher, okay, I'm not going to throw the ball in their hot spot. Why should I? So then that's why you're going to see a lot of broken bats, balls hit off the end of the bat, jam shots.
Line drive, foul. Eckstein, who has produced 4 straight at bats since he popped up first time up last night. A double and scored, 2 singles, and a walk tonight to start. Breaking ball. 1-2. Eckstein, who is the toughest man in the major leagues to strike out by a bunch. Up the middle, DeWitt, quick throw to first in time. Easy inning for Clayton Kershaw. 1-2-3, the Padres story. It remains tied. Well, this Dodger series sold out, and we thank you, Padre fans. There's still plenty of NL West rival action on Monday and Tuesday night. The Giants here. Tickets available. Call 619-795-5555 or visit Padres.com. Well, the rumble in the background for Ramirez. Swing and a miss. He struck out his first time up, trying to gather that slider that was bending away.
T-shirts tonight, and yeah, you can even get it painted on your cheeks if you want.
Yes, he really is decorated for action. Strike 2. Fastball at 93. And it's no secret why the Dodgers are finally putting the pieces together. Winning streak of 5 in a row, 7 of 8. That's Ramirez off the disabled list. Wouldn't nibble.
Well, Kevin's done a fine job locating that two-seam fastball away, trying to bring it back. That's where these Padre pitchers looks like have been consistently trying to pitch him. And then once in a while, you try to buzz him up and in. He goes, he'll swing over a high pitch. Tough to strike out, though.
From a curveball that time, 2-2.
Maybe get him soft out in front a little bit. Now go after him with something hard.
Slider. Umpire Miller saw it wide. So from 0-2 to a full count.
Have we seen this pitch earlier tonight being called a strike? No.
Swing and miss, strike 3. A slider gets Ramirez. He goes down twice tonight, total of 3 for Correa.
Outstanding pitch. This was not one of those, throw it off the plate and try to have Manny Ramirez fish after it. He's got too good of an eye. That is a slider in the zone. And why does he get out? Because he takes a little bit off on the slider, and you can see Manny out in front of it a little bit, cannot connect.
Yeah, that was right in the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
Here's Loney, homered the last time up. Grounds this one to the right side. Eckstein is there. 2 away. Oh, those pitchers love those one-pitch outs. Total of 46 deliveries so far for Correa.
Sometimes you just throw that BP fastball, that get-over slider, first pitch, just to get that first pitch strike. Some guys will get a little froggy swing at it, and they top it. They'll pop it up. Once in a while, you might get burned. But you're right, those one-pitch outs are some kind of nice.
Garrett Anderson tapped out in front of the plate, thrown out by catcher Torrealba. His first at bat. In case you're just joining us, wondering where Andre Ethier is, he injured a finger during batting practice, was scratched very late, just before the game. Anderson playing in his spot in right field tonight. Two 2-0. Two balls and a strike.
Boy, I just noticed Garrett Anderson really stands on top of that plate.
3-1. Yeah, that left foot, the back foot, nudging the inside chalk line. Just slightly open stance. He's up in the batter's box as well.
Look at that.
So he leans back, and that ball's right down the middle.
Everybody has their own little special spot. Usually it's right on the back chalk line and off the plate a little bit. But when Garrett Anderson is set up, his hands are literally on the inside corner of home plate, maybe inner third.
One hopper sharply to the shortstop, Jerry Harrison. He was playing him just right over toward the bag. 1-2-3 for Correa. He's retired 6 in a row. A reminder, this SAP telecast is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Get more fruit in your diet with the Hawaiian Teriyaki chicken sandwich. Looking down, packed Petco Park. The Dodgers and the Padres tied at 1. Adrian Gonzalez, Chase Headley, and Yorvit Torrealba for San Diego in the bottom of the 4th inning. Challenged Gonzalez with a fastball.
It's a triple P night. Packed Petco Park.
Nothing like alliteration. Huh?
Tell you what, it's good for the players. It's great for the fans. It's fun for the announcers as well.
Yeah.
Love this.
Player performance at packed Petco Park.
Oh, no,
that's what they came for. Powerful. Gonzalez unable to make contact. Kershaw into the 0-2 windup.
Ooh, field
right
mic.
into our microphone.
I don't think I've ever heard something like that. You know, you hear the ball hit the back screen and, you know, whatever, but that was very close to that field mic.
Young Kershaw was voted the high school player of the year, national player of the year 4 years ago. Foul tip, and Gonzalez looked like Ichiro trying to save that one.
I was thinking the same thing. Adrian looked like he was running up in the box on this breaking ball. Look at him. That's straight Ichiro.
Gonna leg one out. Anxious to see Ichiro. We'll be up in Seattle the next abbreviated road trip. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and so far Kershaw has Gonzalez overmatched.
Well, I mentioned that Clayton Kershaw sometimes runs into trouble with the walks. We're going to check out the pitch track. And, okay, swings at ball 1. Ball 2. Okay, so now Adrian should be at 2-0, but that's not the case. That's the field mic ball, down and away, breaking ball. The point I was trying to make here is, you know, he got a couple of good pitches to hack at, but he dug himself a hole by swinging at ball 2.
But according to pitch track, that's right on the top of the strike zone. So it's just Kershaw just painting the corners, hitting the letters. Headley, 1-1. So young Clayton has struck out 5 with 1 out in the 4th inning. This will be his 60th pitch. Slider and Headley out in front. When you get any pitcher in the major league level that can throw 95 and higher, that just makes all those other pitches so effective.
And if you can locate, let's say you have a short breaking ball like a slider like Kershaw does, you get ahead with the 95 heat, and then you make that that slider look like a strike. I mean, you could start it at the knees. Guys are going to swing at it.
2-2 to Headley. High pop-up. Catcher Martin and third baseman Blake, and it's Casey Blake that makes the catch. Foul territory for the second out. So since the double leading off the second by Torrealba, Kershaw has retired 8 in a row. And going back to other generations of the truly big-time fastball pitchers, Bob Feller, everyone who talked about Feller, including Ted Williams, said no one had a bigger curve and sharper breaking curve. And the same was true of Nolan Ryan. When Ryan threw that Uncle Charlie, he buckled the knees of the best.
Hey, you look at footage back when Doc Gooden was a rookie. When he threw 98 with that yacker, nose to toes. Boy, when he was on, he was electric.
So you have all that velocity, and then when you put the snap on it, it just it figures physically it's just going to break quicker and bigger. Swing and a miss by Torrealba, who has one of the 2 hits off Kershaw, the other by Hairston leading off the first inning, and Padres scratching out a run on a walk and a couple of ground balls.
Dick, you remember Bert Blyleven?
Oh,
he had a heck of a curveball as well.
Now that was his master pitch. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Check swing, and he did not go around.
You know what you and I should do? Pick 2 players, and I've got one guy in mind. Kind of campaign for them to get into the Hall of Fame. One is Bert Blyleven. The second one is in the house tonight. and he wears a Padre uniform, and he was a catcher by the name of Ted Simmons. He had some great numbers.
Good call. Inside with a slider, 2-2. Just off the top of my head, there's Ted, switch hitting catcher. Everyone thinks Tim Carver was the best catcher in St. Louis Cardinals lore. But the people in the know said, no, Ted Simmons was the better all-around player. Punch to the right side, and it's a fair ball. Loney to Kershaw for the putout. 1-2-3, the Padres story in the fourth, and Kershaw's in a groove. It's 1-1.
Mid-game recap is brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Check out their new and improved website at murraylamper.com to see photo galleries, remodeling tips, meet the team, and schedule a no-obligation in-home design accurate quote. Dick?
All right, Mud. Boy, you got a lot of O's in your smooth tonight. A lot of O's in there.
A+?
Well, I'm holding back on that. You got to work for us. I want to motivate you as we move through the season.
All right. That's a good point.
Solid and sweet. Casey Blake, and then Blake DeWitt, the Blakes and Blakes, and then Jamie Carroll for the Dodgers in the fifth inning. Blake popped to short his first time. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, when you look at these two players, when DeWitt is in the lineup and Blake's in he's in the lineup twice. Because when you look at the scorecard at 6 and 7, it says Blake DeWitt. And Blake DeWitt bats 7th.
Skips it. 2-2. On this date, May 15th in 1941, the start of something really special as the Yankees played the White Sox. Outside, 3-2. Fellow named Joe DiMaggio got a base hit. Went on 56-game hitting streak. It all started on May 15th, and he didn't make an offer until July 16th against Cleveland. Oh, lost him. He was ahead on the count. And the first walk from Correa. A leadoff walk to Blake, and here's Blake DeWitt. See how Joe Torre plays it down the bottom end of his batting order. Will he ask DeWitt to move him along? Headley bag high at third just in case.
Quick move over to first base by Kevin Correa. Maybe that hitter will start to make a move to indicate to the defense if he's going to slide that hand up and square around to try to get that runner over. I didn't see DeWitt do anything.
Runner goes, a little hit and run. Ball sliced down the left field line toward the stands and just out of the reach of Kyle Blanks. So Torrey flashes the hit and run on that play. Jamie Carroll, the shortstop, on deck. What a career for Joe Torrey. Went through all that agony as a player, great player, manager, never got to a World Series. Everyone thought he just didn't have it in him. And then George Steinbrenner said, almost by default, there were several candidates that didn't want the Yankee job, and Joe Torrey, who actually interviewed for the general manager's position, became the skipper, and all he did was win 4 World Series titles, took the Yanks to the Fall Classic 6 times.
You know how rough the New York Post can be, right? Do you remember the headline when Joe Torrey was named manager of the New York Yankees?
Clueless Joe.
Clueless Joe. A little harsh, isn't it?
Oh, they tend to be that way. Well, he had the answer, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Davey Johnson, remember, he went back to Baltimore where he played. He was a candidate. Tony La Russa was a candidate. He's got more money in St. Louis. And Sparky Anderson retired, so Torrey got the job. Out of play, and the count goes to 1-2.
You know, one of the things that I remember about going to Yankee Stadium, old Yankee Stadium, for interleague play, was when the managers have their meetings with the media in the dugout before every game. You know, here in San Diego, there's maybe 10, 12 people. In New York, every game, there must have been 60 members of the media asking questions to Joe Torrey.
Low, 2-2. The leadoff walk to Casey Blake. 2-2 now on the left-handed hitting DeWitt. Yeah, you can't hiccup in the Big Apple without 4 or 5 writers there to analyze what you meant by that.
Yeah. The old saying, you're only as good as your last outing. Dennis Rasmussen told me in New York, you're only as good as your last pitch.
Out of play again. It's a good at bat by Blake DeWitt. I guess that would be pressure.
Yeah.
Blake off first. And now the count full to DeWitt. So here's a bit of trouble staring at Kevin Correa here in the Dodger 5th inning.
Well, remember, they tried to hit and run first pitch. Joe Torrey might send the runner here in this situation. And Correa thinking right along with him. Maybe see if he could twitch a little bit towards second base. In fact, if he is going, let's see what type of pitch that DeWitt gets here. If that's the case, he's going to be running probably a good located fastball.
Runner goes, and another foul. And DeWitt spoiling a lot of pitches. That was one of the discussions today down in the dugout when Buddy Black entertained the press. One of our writers asked, when does a pitcher really start to get upset with a batter in terms of how many pitches he has to throw in a given matchup, as is this case? And Buddy said, when you get to 10, you are mad. Runner goes again. This one is going to be playable. Left side of the infield. Headley and Hairston, the shortstop, takes it. Finally, DeWitt is out. You could relate to that. I mean, you throw a lot of good pitches, and they foul them off, and then sometimes you throw a bad pitch, and they foul that off too. Can't get rid of them.
Sometimes you throw that 11th pitch that's right down the middle. They swing through it. Sometimes you throw that pitch right down the middle on the 11th pitch, they pop it up, or you're reaching for a new one.
Just raised the pitch count as DeWitt did in that at bat. Still at first is Blake DeWitt, and here's Jamie Carroll. He singled the first time up, and he takes a strike.
I think the main thing in that situation we were just talking about, all the foul balls, is for a pitcher to stay with his strength. If you try to reinvent yourself in an at-bat, I think that's where you can get into trouble. If you're not used to lowering your arm angle, and then all of a sudden, okay, I'm going to get cute and lower my aim, well, then ball 4 or bad pitch, whatever. Stick to your strength.
Infield looking for a double play chance. Whoa, throws it away. So the tie-breaking run to second as Correa bounces a tough one-hopper at Adrian Gonzalez. That'll be an error on the pitcher. So a walk and an error, and the Dodgers have a man in scoring position. Boy, that was a tough throw.
Yeah. Well, it looked like it maybe crept up the right forearm or wrist of Adrian, trying to get in front of that one. Spiked it.
One strike the count on the batter, Carroll. Tie game here in the fifth. A walk in an error. The Dodgers have a chance to get the lead. Another fastball up and in. 2-1. With the pitcher, Kershaw on deck. Gives you an idea how tough this lineup for the Dodgers is. You get down to the number 8 man. He's hitting .282. And it would even be a tougher lineup when Rafael Furcal comes off the DL. In fact, we thought he would be available this series, but not so far. Oh, there's a winner.
Oh, he's got some teeth coming in.
Yeah, he's learning how to yell. That's good. Yeah. There's a line drive right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Here comes the runner around third. And the Dodgers have the lead as the walk and error and a single. Casey Blake gives the Dodgers a 2-1 advantage. Another hit for Carroll. He's 2 for 2. Only his 6th RBI.
Well, with first base open, it looks like Kevin wanted that ball down a little bit, but number 8 spot for Jamie Carroll doing a fine job staying on that breaky ball and getting that run home.
Kershaw with a good bunt. And the runner moves up as Eckstein covers first base. So Kershaw, a couple of sacrifices. This one 3-4. The Dodgers with an inning where they haven't had to do too much. Leadoff walk, throwing error Correa. And a single by Carroll. And a chance for more with Carroll now moving up to second, and leadoff man Russell Martin steps in. He's 0 for 2, ground out, strikeout. Curveball, and a good one. Colorado and Washington playing a doubleheader. They were rained out yesterday. Rockies won the first game 6-2. They're tied 3, all in the 6th of the nightcap. Fastball, 0-2.
And the high strike.
Giants, as we told you, have won 2-1. Lincecum, another big game for San Francisco. Arizona pounded Atlanta. They're still in the 9th, but 9-1 Diamondbacks down in Georgia. It's a big out for Correa and the Padres, with the Dodgers already scoring the tiebreaker. Martin wouldn't chase that slider, so 1-2.
Oh, one bad pitch from Kevin Correa, that home run to Loney. Other than that,
the other bad throw was the error.
Yeah, and a couple of singles. That's it.
No, he's pitched well.
Absolutely.
2-2. And another base hit, and that'll score another run. Here comes Carroll around to score. And it's 3-1 Dodgers. Curveball over the plate, and Martin, who had the count 0-2, worked it to 2-2. Drives in his 11th run of the year. This is a ugly inning, and Darren Balsley going out to talk to his pitcher. Dodgers doing everything right and taking advantage of a throwing error by Correa.
Boy, Russell Martin really recognized that pitch and stayed back on it extremely well as he just forces it up the center of the diamond. I shouldn't say force it. He stayed on it nicely, just drove it up. Not trying to pull that pitch.
Martin extending his hitting streak to 10 games. So a walk, a throwing error by Correa positioned Blake to score on a single by Carroll. Carroll moved up on the sacrifice by Kershaw, and Martin with a 2-out base hit makes it 3-1. And Matt Kemp, the hero last night, with a 2-run homer. He's 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground balls.
You know, you also look at the pitches that the Dodgers have had hit last night and tonight and capitalized on against teams like Houston and Pittsburgh, teams like that who aren't offensive minded like the Dodgers. You're going to get away with those pitches once in a while, not against these guys.
Correa, in case something was in the works with Martin, calls for the pitch out. 1-1. Correa now with 80 pitches in the game, and with all the emotion of the past week and not being on a regular throwing pattern because of the funeral of his younger brother, and all the adrenaline that must have been within him to start the game, it would not be unexpected for him once he loses all that edge for it to really drop quickly. Out of play.
Oh, Kemp was really stepping in the bucket on that pitch.
2-2. 2 outs, 2 in. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the 5th comes to a close. But it's a disgruntled Correa that leaves the mound, giving up 2 runs, 2 hits, a throwing error of his own, and a leadoff walk. 3-1. insurance agent. Call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com, because ready feels good. On this date, 12 years ago, the Dodgers blockbuster trade Mike Piazza and Todd Zeile to Florida, Gary Sheffield, Bobby Bonilla, and 3 other players to Los Angeles. That was a heavyweight trade.
It sure was. And Mike Piazza was a Marlin like maybe for 7 or 10 days, and they right around and swapped him to the New York Mets, where he had one heck of a career.
Clayton Kershaw now staked to a 2-run lead, and he's retired 9 Padres in a row, giving up only a couple of hits, a single to Hairston and a double Torrealba. Nothing since the leadoff double in the second. Kyle Blanks struck out at the first time up, one of 5 men that Kershaw has fanned. That ball high in the air to center field. Kemp waits for it to come down. 10 in a row. Oscar Salazar, he struck out back in the second inning as well. That was a chance for the Padres after they had scored in the first on a single by Hairston. Walked Eckstein a couple of ground ball outs, and Headley getting credit for the RBI. Loney homered to make it 1-1 with a solo shot in the second. And Torrealba led off the bottom of the second with a double. Chance to regain the lead, but Kershaw bearing down, got Blank, Salazar, and Hairston to strike out. He's still cracking the mid of catcher Russell Martin. That one at 92. He's thrown it as fast as 96 tonight. Three 3-0 to Salazar. Jerry Hairston on deck, and then the pitcher's spot. No one throwing in the Padre bullpen. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Salazar. Only the second walk offered by Kershaw. Tying run comes to the plate in form of Jerry Hairston. Well, last year, young Kershaw at 21 was 5th in the National League ERA, 2.79. He only allowed 6.2 hits per 9 innings. That was the best in the major leagues. Pop back out of play.
And you can see why, because when he has everything working, he's pretty tough to hit. We all know that.
Upstairs, 1-1. I love when you go back through the history of the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and when they first came into professional baseball in 1890, they weren't the Dodgers, they were the Bridegrooms. Yeah, no one noticed them over there in the borough of Brooklyn because the Giants and the Yankees were over on the other side of the bridge. Fouled out of play. Another broken bat. The Brooklyn Bridegrooms. And then at the turn of the century, they became the Superbas. And finally, the Dodgers in 1911, and that lasted only 2 years. The Robins were the nickname of the Brooklyn team from 1914 through 1931, the Brooklyn Robins. And finally, the Dodgers again in 32, and the tag stuck.
You know, what would have happened if the Brooklyn Dodgers never left Brooklyn? I remember Mr. O'Malley wanted to build, believe it or not, a dome stadium in Brooklyn. And then there was, I forgot the gentleman's name. He wanted the stadium in Flushing.
Another foul ball, another broken bat. Hairston going to break him by the dozen, I guess.
And Mr. O'Malley said, you know what, if the Dodgers are not going to stay in Brooklyn, they're not going to be called the Queens Dodgers or, you know, whatever, the Flushing Dodgers. And then that's when everything kind of went south.
1959, they went west.
West, yeah.
And the Giants followed. And that brought us here in Southern California, the voice of the man working next door, the redhead from Fordham University, Vince Scully. The poet laureate of baseball. One out, Hairston trying to get something going here. 3-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 5th. Oh, chases the off-speed slider. 6 strikeouts now for Kershaw. And Correa will bat for himself.
See what I mean by that hard breaking slider? Out of the hand, it looks like a thigh-high fastball. Great rotation, great arm speed, and then before you know it, the old trap door, it's in the dirt.
So 2 outs. Correa trying to help himself. Strike 1. He struck out, took a 3rd strike in the 3rd. Big, slow breaking curve. Misses high. Kershaw reaching the 80 pitch mark. We're in the 5th inning. 3-1 Dodgers. Pulled toward 3rd. Blake across. And the inning is over. Padres without a hit since the 2nd inning. The Dodgers lead by 2. Saturday, May 29th, the Padres take on the surprising Washington Nationals, a 5:35 Saturday game, and the first 25,000 fans take home their own Chase Headley bobblehead, presented by Welk Resorts. Visit Padres.com. Get your tickets today. The date again, Saturday, May 29th, a couple of weeks against the Washington Nationals. So you got the David Eckstein and now the Chase Headley bobblehead doll. Manny Ramirez has struck out both at bats against Correa. Takes it off the plate. Ball 1. First time that Ramirez has been fanned twice in a game this year.
Well, talking about first pitch strikes tonight, 18 out of 21 for Kevin Correa. Doing a fine job in that category.
Swing and a miss. That bat got wrapped up in the dreadlocks. Tough slider. Yeah, just seemed to be the case. Good pitch, Correa. Did not go around, says first base umpire Chad Fairchild.
Well, does he go?
Close. You got to give these hitters some check swing. And swing and a miss.
You know what my argument is on that? If you took the bat at the farthest point where the bat went, and the ball were to hit the bat, where would the ball go? I thought his bat was square to the infield. Therefore, if the bat...
If it had been a fair ball, you're saying it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I like that.
But you know what, though, Dick? It happens so quickly. Now, see, that's the farthest point the bat is, right? If the ball were to make contact to that bat, the ball... obviously, he could foul it back. He could foul it out, on the ground.
Out of play. But if it hits squarely on the barrel end of the bat, would the ball stay fair? Then it should be called a swinging strike. Yeah. Trouble is, we can't measure the final result of that. We can go into the laboratory and cook up all of those bubbly things. The Bunsen burner going and all
Beakers,
that. Yeah. How do we get the final result? Grounded back to the mound, knocked down by Correa. Self-defense gets Ramirez to the delight of the Padre fans.
Kevin has a tendency to kind of spin a little bit off towards first base side on this pitch. He stays on it quite nicely. He's still able to knock that ball down. But did you look in the background in the infield? Where was Eckstein? Eckstein was lined up right behind Kevin Correa. In fact, if that ball got by him.
One out to James Loney. Long home run his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Slow curveball. Just missed. Bullpen busy now for the Padres. Left-hander Ramos, right-hander Mujica. There they are.
It's kind of a different look down there. I kind of like that. Not a lot of room to play long toss down there, though. And that's the one thing as a relief pitcher a lot of guys like to do.
3-0 the count.
Before they hop up on that mound, stretch out the arm a little bit. Very tight quarters.
And a 4-pitch walk to Loney. It was the walk leading off the 5th inning, and the first walk given by Correa that started the 2-run go-round and a 3-1 Dodger lead.
Well, we talked about Kevin in the open before the game. His last outing against Colorado, he threw 106 pitches. He was throwing a little bit when he had the time off. It's been 12 days. That was his 92nd pitch.
Brings up Garrett Anderson. Grounded out twice. Jerry Hairston at short. David Eckstein at second, looking for a double play chance.
And I think, given the situation, if he can roll a ground ball here, possibly get 2, to get 6 good innings out of Kevin Correa tonight, that would be a bonus.
Tails outside. Long look by Anderson down to third base coach Mariana Duncan. Two balls and a strike now to Anderson with 1 out. Here in the 6th, Dodgers lead 3-1.
Well, Dick, you mentioned Mariano Duncan coaching third base. Usually it's Larry Boa, but Larry Boa went back for his daughter's law school graduation. He's traveling as we speak. Mariano Duncan, who usually coaches first base, is at third, and hitting coach Jeff Pentland is the first base coach.
The action pitch misses. 3-1.
Getting the fastball up a little bit. And there's Jeff, the hitting coach for the Dodgers.
Correa struggling here in the 6th. After 1 out, walking Loney and now falling behind. And there's another throw that almost handcuffed Gonzalez.
Well, the fastball is kind of getting up just a little bit. Sometimes when you start to struggle just a tad, you might spike the breaking ball, or worse, leave it up in the zone and get hurt.
There goes the runner. Pitches a strike. The throw, not in time. Loney just in under the tag. Count 3-2 now to Anderson.
Decent jump, and it was a good pitch down and in. Quick call by Bill Miller indicating strike, and just gets his hand in time. James Loney.
Fifth steal of the season for Loney. And a drive to deep right field. Salazar back, and it's over his head. Loney scores. Around second goes Anderson, and he'll go into third with a triple. 4-1 Dodgers. So the second walk given up by Correa also becomes a run. And what a team. You bring a guy like Anderson off the bench and delivers this big base hit.
And usually what do left-handers like? Something soft coming into them. That was a breaky ball. Oh, and I didn't notice that. I was watching the runner circling the bases. Salazar bites it out there on the warning track.
So Edward Mujica will come in from the bullpen. Kevin Correa, the most difficult of assignments today after the torture, the tragedy of the last week and all the emotion. Pitched well, but ran out of fuel in the sixth inning. And this pitcher profile brought to you by The Mark, luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to themarklive.com. And a count. Mission fed. Edward Mujica, his record 1-0 with an ERA of 4.11. The pitfall in the pitching of Mujica has been the home run ball, as he has given up 5 home runs in 15 innings. Trying to lock the runner Anderson at third. Already a 4-1 lead for the Dodgers. That's a big run over there. And only one out. Casey Blake, the batter. He walked leading off the fifth and scored.
Got to work down here. Get that grounder. The infield is in.
So Correa in 5 1/3 allowed only 5 hits, 2 walks, and both walks became runs. Struck out 4, and he's responsible, of course, for Anderson over at third. Two balls and a strike. Headley, Hairston, Eckstein, Gonzalez squeezed in tight. Watch out. And a wicked liner back in the lower deck. Not a clean catch. So he can't identify his homestead. It's okay. Got to charge those. In the dirt. That's the split finger. Full count. Good job by Torrealba to save a run.
Well, if he walks him here, then it'll be first and third, a force at second base as we take a look at Kevin.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. The split finger got him. Big strikeout from Mojica. So the Dodgers can't score another run on an out as Blake DeWitt, 0 for 2, ground out popped up, is the batter.
Well, that might be the perfect example of a hitter being a little bit too anxious with that run around third base. That was a terrible pitch, well off the plate and in the dirt.
Fastball misses, 92. Dodgers trying to win their 6th in a row, 8 out of 9, finally above 500 with their win last night. That fastball had something on it, 93. Ball and 2 strikes. Blake DeWitt started tonight at 277. Two and two. Just nicked that one enough to stay alive. Garrett Anderson with a triple RBI triple, still at third. 2 outs and 2 and 2 on Blake DeWitt. He went around. Strike 3. So Mojica comes in, strikes out Blake and DeWitt to strand Anderson at third, but another run for the Dodgers. The fan of the game, with some young fans out here again tonight. Brought to you by Fan Diego, your energy savings expert. For locations, visit fandiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. Sellout crowd, young and old, enjoying the baseball action. National League West tonight. First place Padres and the charging Dodgers, who lead it 4-1. Kershaw goes to work, top of the order, and Scott Hairston.
That one guy's hat, the red hat with the flower coming out, right out of the Red Skelton collection.
I was thinking Minnie Pearl myself. Kershaw sends in a strike, 1-1. 4-1 now, the Dodgers, as the Padres tried to generate some offense here against Clayton Kershaw in the 6th inning. Slider caught the outside edge, 1-2 to Hairston.
Still sharp breaking ball after the 84th toss from the young left-hander. Something down and in here, sharp. Fastball.
Up and away.
Yeah, he wanted that one down and in. Once again, missing with location of the fastball.
But Kershaw, who's had some control problems earlier this year, has walked only 2 and struck out 6, allowing just 2 hits. Out of play.
You know, Dick, I don't think the Padres tonight, when you look at the line score, only 2 hits, but I'm talking outs, everything. I don't even think they've squared up the ball tonight, have they?
Well, Hairston's single to lead off the first inning and eventually scored was a soft looper over the shortstop. Torrey Alba hit it pretty hard down the left field line for the double.
The breaking ball. Yeah.
Now 3-2 to Hairston. Get that leadoff man on. The couple of walks offered by Correa became big plays for the Dodgers. Both men scored. Casey Blake, after he led off in the 5th, and lead off in the last, or 1-out walk last inning, scored on Anderson's triple. Pulled foul. Good news here for the Tritons of UCSD, Dan O'Brien's #1 ranked team. They beat Hawaii Pacific 9-4 this afternoon, and they're going to the championship finals of the NCAA Division II in Cary, North Carolina. Congratulations to UCSD.
Absolutely.
Ground ball toward the hole. That's going to be a tough play. Long throw, not in time. Look at that. Scott Hairston run up the line as Jamie Carroll's throw didn't have enough on it to nail him at first. Loney thought he had the out.
You know, from my vantage point up here, I thought Scott Hairston plainly beat it out.
I did too. But we're looking at it with our heart, perhaps. Joe Torre, because his first baseman is arguing, is going to come out, pick up the argument. He's easily there.
He beat the throw.
Unless the umpire said he was pulled off the bag and called him safe for that reason.
Look at that. His foot's on
close.
Yeah. He stayed on the bag as well.
It's just a tough chance for the shortstop. The ball wasn't hit hard. Oh, he's saying that the first baseman was off the bag.
Yeah.
Well, that is wrong, but the fact that Hairston beat it out is right. So a moot point.
Foot on the bag, ball clearly out in front, and he's still on the bag. So I don't know why he was telling them off the bag.
Yeah, what's important for the Padres, they have the leadoff man on. Hairston has a couple of hits, and here's Eckstein. .93 with a cutter.
Now, I've got a question for you. Scoring decision. I know they gave him a hit on that, right? But you know what? Because he's off the bag, if he stays on the bag according to the umpire, he'd be out. So that could be ruled an error if you look at it that way.
The official score has to see what we've seen or can look at a replay and judge it correctly in the dirt. And a good stop by Martin. As Kershaw now over the 90 pitch mark. Just to underline that how good that UCSD team is. They're 51-7. They lost only one game on the road all year. So good luck to the Tritons in the national finals.
Absolutely.
Well, Eckstein and the Padres trying to stir something up here in the 6th. 1-1 the count. Scott Hairston at first. Upstairs, 2-1. Still got plenty of velocity, 94.
And all those guys down in that Dodger bullpen still have those Dodger jackets buttoned up, comfortable in those seats. No action down there.
Yanked foul.
The most. Trying to look at the line score here for Kershaw. 2 times this year he has thrown 117 pitches.
Live arm and healthy young guy. He's unless something seriously gets going here in the 6th inning. Appears to be at least a 7th inning pitcher. Scott Hairston wandered a little farther off the base, and you could hear Rick Renteria, even in this big crowd, shouting, "Get back."
You know, he did kind of lean towards home a little bit, huh? Then step towards first base.
Foul.
You see Eck trying to inside out that ball and shoot that ball through that hole on the right side. Mr. Bat Control, as Glenn Hoffman flashes the signs. Watch for the move.
Pulled to third, backhanded by Blake. There's one. And safe at first is Eckstein. Close play at first. Good job by Hairston, rolling into the second baseman, DeWitt.
Good old-fashioned hard baseball. Good slide. Watch the slide by Scotty Hairston. Goes into the bag, clean. Spikes are near the ground. Trying to break it up. Barrel roll a little bit. That's all fine and good.
So Gonzalez with Eckstein now at first base. 1 out. Padres could use a long ball. Strike. Adrian safe on the fielder's choice and struck out his last time up. Kershaw overpowering Gonzalez with some high heat. Should be 2. Third baseman to second to first, double play with a shift on. It goes to Witt. Actually, Blake DeWitt, Taloni, and mild threat is gone for San Diego. Cup of freshly brewed Seattle's best coffee. Open at 7 a.m. Subway. Eat fresh. Now let's go back to that double play. They had the shift on. Only one man really on the left side of the infield. So the double play right to him. Goes 5-6-3 as the shortstop covering second base, and Kershaw out of a possible trouble spot in the 6th.
That is unbelievable. That whole left side and one guy there, and he hit it right to him.
Like a pepper in one shot. I guess that room service schedule is still open, 24 hours at Petco. Mujica fires the fastball strike, as it'll be Carroll, 2 for 2, the number 8 hitter. He's got 2 of the 5 Dodger hits tonight. Scored a run, knocked in a run. Strike 2. Pitcher spot, and then Russell Martin. A couple of Dodgers loosening up down in the exercising, not throwing, anticipating that they might get in a bit later. Split finger, and it's 1-2. Weak roller to first. Gonzalez to Mujica, just in time. Carroll hustling up the line, looking for his 3rd hit. Here's Kershaw. He has successfully bunted a teammate over. Sacrificed in the 3rd. Didn't result in a run, but his sacrifice in the 5th did, as he moved Carroll over to second, where he scored on Russell Martin's base hit. One and one. So the Padres shut out by the bullpen of the Dodgers the last 4 innings last night. Solid pitching from Kershaw tonight. So the Padres have only 1 run and 5 hits in the last 10 innings off Dodger pitching. Yeah, they knew they were getting a tough cookie in this guy tonight. Strike 3 called. Kershaw knew it. And Mujica with good stuff tonight. He struck out 3 of the 4 men he's faced.
Well, he's locating the fastball. When he's ahead, he'll drop that split finger or the changeup. He does throw both. He'll throw the changeup early in the count and then go for the strikeout with the split finger.
Kevin Correa, the starter, went 5 in the 3rd, allowed 4 runs, all earned, only 5 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 4. Martin extending his hitting streak to 10 after a ground out and a strikeout, a line single driving in a run in the 5th inning. Chops it to short. Jerry Hairston. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mujica. Stretch half of the 7th at Petco. Dodgers leading 4-1. to overcome the home team.
Hang loose, baby. What did Harry Carey always just say? Oh, you can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
And he was absolutely correct. So, the bottom of the 7th inning. Chase Headley, Jorvik, Torrealba, and Kyle Blanks would like to get the fans singing the praise of a rally. Down 4-1. Clayton Kershaw very much in command, this young guy, allowing just 3 hits, 2 to Scott Hairston. And only 1 ball really struck hard all night, and that was Torrealba's double into the left field corner. The other hit.
Only 97 pitches for Kershaw going into the 7th inning. I mentioned twice this year he's thrown as many as 117. So he's still good to go. He's still got plenty of the tank.
That's his 1-loss record on his back. Trying to improve to 3-2. Hard to believe with this stuff that he didn't have 5 or 6 wins already.
Absolutely, yep.
He must have had some rough outings. Certainly not this, nor the last one when he went 8 innings of shutout ball 2 hits against the Rockies. He's got all-star stuff. Headley goes around.
Once again, swinging in a ball, and that's been, I think, one of the big stories tonight for Kershaw. According to my book, he only has 2 walks. He's had as many as 6 walks in a game, 5 walks in a game, 4 walks, so it fluctuates.
1-1. One and 2. Still at 94.
Now the Dodger bullpen, some guys are standing up, kind of stretching their arm a little bit, anticipating possibly a call down there.
Strike 3 call. Wow. So Headley didn't get a full swing in that at bat. Strikeout number 7.
After a pitch like that, the guys down in the bullpen are thinking, well, why do you need us down here when our young kid is hitting his spot still on pitch 101? That is peas at the knees on the inside corner. And the guys are just yucking it up down there, telling some stories and keeping warm.
Yeah, they just never got over the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
So 1 out to Torrealba. Ball 1.
Change up. 3rd time around now in the order. Kershaw might be pulling the string early in the count just to give these hitters a different look.
Chop foul, 1-1. Torrealba double into the left field corner in the 2nd, leading off, but didn't advance as Blanks, Salazar, and Jerry Hairston were struck out by Kershaw. Fly to center his last at bat. A 3-run lead when it's the Dodgers trailing with all their big bats and their home run potential is one thing. For the Padres, who have to scratch out runs, that's quite a deficit as Torrealba sends an easy fly ball out to Garrett Anderson, right field. So 2 outs. Kyle Blanks struck out and flied high to center.
Well, how many people before the ball game, Dick, you and I heard the announcement, 20 minutes before game time, Andre Ethier being scratched, thinking, oh, okay, we got one of the big boppers out of the lineup. You know, maybe things will turn out a little differently. While other guys have picked up the slack.
Including his replacement, Garrett Anderson, who tripled in the run. Two and 1 to Kyle Blanks. way behind that fastball. 94 miles an hour. Pulled toward the hole. Nice play. And the out at first as Casey Blake denies Kyle Blanks. A 1-2-3 inning for Kershaw after 7. It's the Dodgers 4-1. Great shots in high definition brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Edward Mujica goes into his 3rd inning of work for the Padres. Leadoff man Matt Kemp. 92 on that opening fastball. Kemp has grounded out twice and struck out. Kemp. Then Manny Ramirez and James Loney. Loney with a home run tonight here in the Dodger 8th inning. Weekly tap to first, and Gonzalez takes care of business himself. 0 for 4 for the star last night, Kemp, with that 2-run home run and a single and a walk-in scored. Manny comes up. Ramirez has struck out twice and hit a one-hopper back to the mound that Correa fielded and threw him out. The attendance announced 42,436. About a couple hundred more than last night. Another great crowd at Petco Park, and looking forward to seeing all the fans again tomorrow, Sunday, Military Day. Another sellout. These Dodgers do attract. And of course, the Padres' great road trip and being in first place rewarded handsomely by the locals. 2-0 as Mujica comes to Ramirez. Split finger.
Yeah, nice one. That was at 90 also. Watch the action on this pitch. Manny out in front.
.165 RBIs with the Cleveland Indians in 1999. 165, wow. The most runs batted in the major since 1938. Jimmy Fox.
Wow. Double X, Jimmy Fox. Wow. I mean, you're flirting with Hack Wilson up there around 190.
He's a major league hitter. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Even though that one was left up in the zone, man, he cannot get that top hand on top of that pitch. Down and away, up and in.
Chopped off the facing of the box seat beyond the dugout of the Dodgers. Ramon Troncoso, the right-hander, starting to throw in the Dodger bullpen. There he is, and the Padre pen is busy as well as the pitcher spot is due third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the split finger gets Ramirez, who strikes out 3 times tonight. 4th strikeout by Mujica.
Oh, this is a big outing also for Edward Mujica. Get that confidence built up. That's 7 in a row retired by Edward.
4 on strikeouts. Loney hit a long home run to right center to tie the game back in the 2nd inning, leading off. He scored a couple of runs tonight. Big rep at that one, 95. Number 7, wasn't that Rick Mundy? Didn't he carry number 7?
I think you're right.
Mundy now broadcaster.
One of my favorite Dodgers of all time. Also as a Chicago Cub.
Swings through another fastball. 1-2. That was one of my favorite calls against Montreal in the playoffs. Remember the last game of the playoffs up in Montreal, and as a pinch hitter, he won the game Monday on Monday as he circled the bases. Dodgers went to the series. Swing and miss, strike 3, and how about that from Mujica? 5 strikeouts as he retires 8 consecutive. Dodgers in relief. Bottom of the 8th, Salazar, Hairston, and the pinch hitter for the Padres. The Padres are giving you folks the freedom to choose with the Padres Pick 6 plan. You pick out the 6 games that you want to see. Each Pick 6 plan then gives you a choice of 2 free hot dog and soft drink vouchers or a ticket to the MLB Fan Fest. Call 619-795-5555. Look through the schedule. Pick out the 6 games that you want to see. It's your own Padres Pick 6 plan. Ramon Troncoso comes in to work the 8th inning, and Tony Gwynn will bat for Oscar Salazar. What an outing by young Kershaw, 7 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Almost Matt Latos-like the last 2 outings for Kershaw. Up high to Gwynn. Padres trail 4-1. Need to rally late. Here we are, bottom of the 8th inning in front of 42,436. Strike, 1-1. Just to keep our facts correct, Monday wore 16, not number 7. Of late, probably the most famous Dodger was Steve Yeager, wore 7. Breaking ball just pinches the outside corner. 1-2.
Oh, is that a nice curveball? Fastball curve change from Troncoso.
Ball in the dirt, and Gwynn strikes out. Troncoso picks up where Kershaw left. Another Padre goes down on strikes.
That's why he's their 8th inning guy. Good fastball. He's not really overpowering. I mean, he'll get a low 90s, but that curveball is a great pitch to go along with that great salad he's working, coming underneath that hat. He's going back to the Reggie Smith days in that Dodger uniform. Reggie Smith, by the way, 18? No, that was Bill Russell. Reggie Smith, number 8.
Yeah, he was a single-digit guy.
Yeah. In fact, I believe 38 was Eric Gagne for many years with the Dodgers. Troncoso now sports that number.
Ron Fairley wore number 8. 1-1. Troncoso ahead on the count now. A ball and 2 strikes to Jerry Hairston. He struck out both at bats tonight against Kershaw. And you look at the difference in these 2 lineups. You get down to 6, 7, and 8 for the Padres. High fly ball. Center fielder Kemp squeezes the second out. Will Venable will bat for Mujica. We're going to make the point that Blank's 172 average, Salazar 190, Hairston under 220. In that 6, 7, 8 hole, and then you look at the Dodgers, and they've got guys flirting with 280s, 290s. Out of play. Good job, though, by Edward Mujica tonight, huh? 2 2/3.
Yep.
Did not allow a base runner and struck out 5. Oh, and 2. So Troncoso doing a good job of jumping in front of the hitters. Renteria fields it over there in the first base coaching box.
Talking about Rick Monday a little bit ago. He's my favorite Dodger, but he was also probably my favorite Cub because, remember, it was at Dodger Stadium as a Cub when he rescued the American flag from being burned on the field.
Out there in right field. He grabbed the invader. Good cut at an inside fastball. 0-2 on Venable. Padres running out of outs, trailing 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 gone and the base is empty. 27-year-old product of the Dominican Republic, Ramon Troncoso gets Venable swinging. Another ball in the dirt. As the Padres' 9th man to strike out tonight. 1-2-3. They go out in order in the 8th. It remains 4-1. Dodgers, our Sonic hit of the game. Sonic now open in Santee and Vista, soon to open in a neighborhood near you. It's Garrett Anderson, a long drive over Salazar's head in right field. The triple scored the fourth run of the game for the Dodgers back in the sixth inning, as Anderson playing in the spot vacated by Andre Ethier, who left the lineup in the last minute after an injury in batting practice. And Anderson jumps into the fray and delivers a RBI triple. Joe Thatcher comes in for the Padres here in the ninth inning to face Anderson, Blake, and DeWitt.
You know, Dick, you pick something up when you watch replays like we just saw. You know, Oscar Salazar is not the everyday right fielder.
No.
He may have gotten a bad jump on that ball because he didn't really play that ball that well.
Ground ball pulled to the right side to Eckstein. Thatcher gets the first man, Anderson. Tony Gwynn stays in the game in center. Scott Hairston has moved over to left field, and Will Venable is in right field.
So when you don't get a lot of reps out there in the outfield and read the ball off the bats in game situations, you know, that's going to happen.
Blanks out of the game, and Thatcher, the pitcher, placed in the sixth spot in the batting order. In the bottom of the ninth, the Padres have the top of the order. Thatcher trying to hold the Dodgers right there with a 4-1 lead. They've been opportunistic, the Dodgers. Only 5 hits tonight, a couple of walks, but both those walks became runs. When opportunity has presented itself, they've jumped in and grabbed it. So 4 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers, 1 run, 3 hits for San Diego. Rockies swept the Nationals 6-2 and 4-3, their doubleheader. Other National League West action. Arizona pounded Atlanta 11-1, and the Giants over Houston 2-1. All the NL West teams have won. Foul back. Blake 0 for 2 tonight. He walked and scored in the 5th inning. Pulled to the left side. Jerry Hairston off balance, and toe dance by Gonzalez, and hits the bag in time. 2 away.
Little tiptoe through the tulips, huh? A little tiny Tim maybe. Look at the footwork. That's the one thing that I've always enjoyed watching Adrian. You know, sure, he flashes the leather, but it's the footwork of a first baseman. He realizes where the throw is going. He has to shift his weight and then switch feet on the bag to complete the putout. Nicely done.
A bit of ballet in Gonzalez. Not the fastest man or the quickest feet, but the body control, the ability to see how he fits into the total picture. Well, DeWitt up there has struck out, grounded out, and popped up tonight. Dodgers tied it with a home run leading off Loney, 2nd inning. Got 2 runs in the 5th on a walk. RBI single by Carroll, and he came home on Martin's single, so it's 3-1. And Garrett Anderson drove in Loney, who had walked, with a triple in the 6th inning for the 4 runs. The Padres scored their only run in the 1st inning on a Hairston single, a walk to Eckstein, and a couple of groundouts. 2-2 now to DeWitt. Fly ball left field. Coming in hard is Scott Hairston to make the catch. So Thatcher works a quick 1-2-3 ninth. Padres last call. Down 4-1. Bottom of the ninth coming up. A reminder, 4SD.com is now powered by Sign-On San Diego. Visit 4SD.com for programming and schedule information. Jonathan Broxton, the ninth inning ace of the Dodgers, comes in. He worked the ninth last night. Picked up his 5th save of the year. And inherits a 4-1 lead.
Well, we talked about him last night. Fastball slider split from Broxton.
Reed Johnson enters the game in right field with Garrett Anderson switching to left, with Manny Ramirez replaced in left field. So Hairston, 2 of the 3 hits by the Padres tonight. Fastball upstairs at 94. Burly right-hander Broxton. 300-pounder. That's a lot of push driving that ball to home plate. Foul back toward us. How many balls came up into this booth last year?
You know what? Since Petco Park has been built, we've had 3 foul balls in this booth, and I've caught 2 of them. On the fly.
On the fly.
The man from Alpine.
There you go. 1-1. That one's going to sail into the box seats beyond the dugout of the Padres. See, we're a pretty good distance away from home plate. Up above that mezzanine level. Those are our bright lights there. I think those are. Yeah. There he is, the man with a wave. You know, don't start something here. Despise the wave. Ground ball sharply, but right at Loney. 1 out. Well, the Padres, since the infield hit by Hairston in the 6th inning, 8, 9 men in a row retired. Actually 10, because one was a double play. David Eckstein, 3 hits last night, a walk this evening, and a couple of ground ball outs. Yeah, the Dodgers coming into Petco and with designs of shrinking the Padre advantage atop the National League West. Should they win tonight, they'll only be 3 games behind the Padres, and the Giants will move to within 1.5. Popped up, shortstop Carroll. And the Padres down to their final out. And this has been a total domination by the Dodgers pitching staff. This is the kind of medicine that Padre pitchers have been feeding the opposition. San Diego with hardly a loud foul.
Well, the first 2 innings, Padres were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They had a chance early to get on the board. They just could not capitalize. We saw a darn good Clayton Kershaw tonight.
Oh, very good. Outstanding effort by Kershaw. Gonzalez down to the final out. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Home run last night, but that was his only hit, and his batting average continues to shrink as well. Down ever closer to hitting 260. There's a drive to left field. Will it fall? No. Anderson has it, and the game is over. The Dodgers take the first 2 games of this series impressively tonight. Only 5 hits, but great pitching earns them a 4-1 win. And we'll check the totals for you and the highlights. Don't wander away. Petco Park sellout sees the Dodgers win the first 2.